All right. So we've had our fill of some good Metal Gear action for today. Obviously, we got some more great runs lined up. We could use a little break from all the Kojima nonsense, and instead we'll get some Sweary 65 nonsense, which is infinitely more nonsensical. So this will be done on the easy combat difficulty and the easy puzzle difficulty because we don't want to waste any time. And I will be doing this also in Billy Bishop's trademark spy suit, the casual gear, because I think it looks cooler. It doesn't actually save any time. Just a cooler outfit. All right. So time will begin when I select yes on playing as Billy Bishop over here. So are you ready for that countdown? Because
Yeah, ready
alrighty.
whenever.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So we're going to start off here with the prologue. This is a basically like tutorial stage and also introduces the characters. We are playing as a elite super spy Billy Bishop. He's the leader of his team, Team Phantom, and we've got to take down an evil terrorist group that we'll be learning more about as the game goes on. This is basically, this mission takes place right at the end of the game, and then we flash back for the majority of the playthrough, learning how it came up here. In case you've forgotten, this is a work of fiction. Forgotten from the title, spy fiction. So, getting in here, we just need to get this tutorial out of the way. So one of the main mechanics of spy fiction is that you can take pictures of guards with a camera and then get into a disguise that disguises them, and that allows you to sneak around in some areas. We'll be using that heavily in some later missions, but it will be shown off here. This is us just, halo jumping into the base. I'm going to be running into these mines on purpose because you fall faster when you hit them. So we're just damage boosting our way down. Some of them are a little difficult to hit.
You're almost in range. Get ready to open your chute.
We're almost there. We got to make sure to deploy our chute at the correct time, just right now. Otherwise, we will get a very early game over. Very silly game over to get, also. Which Metal Gear model do we fight in this? There's something that looks like a Metal Gear later on, but it doesn't really have a name. It's just kind of there. So, as far as how this game controls, it controls, okay. It plays more like, it's like a weird mixture between Hitman, Metal Gear Solid, Splinter Cell. The whole squad was here to influence Sweary 65 in these controls. You're gonna use the auto aim to take care of that guy. Dropping in to rescue Sokolov. So here I'm going to be equipping our 3DA camera. We're going to take a picture of this guy, because we're going to disguise as him later. Actually, very soon we're actually going to disguise as him. Over there is our friend Nicholas. We'll be seeing him again later, but here's the disguise feature. We're going to swap in here, and now we look like that soldier that we just took a nice picture of. So again, running on through. We actually need that disguise on in order to get through this loading zone right here. There are certain areas where the game requires you to have a specific disguise on in order to advance, and that's one of them right there. Yeah, real nice little genome soldier. Alright, so we're coming up on the guard rush. That's right, this game's got a guard rush. This one's very nice, though. Nice and easy. These guys go down in one hit. They will take a bit more hits later on, because we actually have to redo this whole section again later. Because as I said, this is a flash forward in time. We have to actually play through this mission for real later. So there we go. All the guards taken care of. Suits of armor as a disguise. That would be pretty nice, but unfortunately you cannot. Last 3 don't count as kills. Exactly. Sparty gets it. It's even got crawling around in vents. It's got everything you could ask for, this game. This game is everything you could want and more. So on this room, we're on a timer here. We need to wait for Mr. Dietrich Troy over here to line up in this window so we can take a nice photo of him and disguise as him. So, just gotta wait for him to show up. The thing about taking the photos in this game is you need to make sure that you get the face is included in the image, or at least they are looking your direction. If they're not looking your direction, you will only get the outfit, and then Billy Bishop will actually retain, you know, he won't have a disguise on his face, basically, so it'll be kind of worthless. So you need to make sure that you get a very nice photo. Metal Hitman Cell. Again, skipping some cutscenes. Alright, and that was the prologue. So now we are going to be into the bulk of the game, which is the very first mission. I hope you all enjoy these level names. They're pretty fun. They have some good stage names. This is Case 1, Humpty Dumpty. We need to sneak into this high-tech laboratory and get a password and a retinal scan off of one of the scientists that we believe is doing something nefarious. That man's name is, of course, Forrest Kaysen, a top researcher in Nanotech Dyne Incorporated. We believe he is doing something evil. Alright. So, the first thing we need to do is we need to actually get a level 2 keycard to get into the laboratory. So we are going to take a picture of this scientist, because we need a scientist disguise to get into the lab proper. Currently, we are just a janitor running around.
Am I allowed to sneak in a quick donation while you are taking your picture?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Platonic Guy donated $5, stating decent. Thanks a lot for the generosity, Platonic.
Thank you, thank you. Alright. So we've made it in. Of course, that hallway leads right into the storage room, which leads right into the kitchen for the cafeteria. So we need to go into the smoking area and grab a sports magazine so that we can meet up with our contact inside Nanotech. And why Sports Weekly? Well, it's because he's a sports fan, of course. So that is why we need to make sure that we grab a Sports Weekly. To nanomachines. It's possible. Maybe they did invent nanomachines. Maybe Nanotech Dyne is behind it all. So there's our Sports Weekly.
the Sports Weekly. Now go to the locker room.
So a little annoying thing about the control scheme is that it has a very similar menu system to the MGS games. The problem is that instead of it being a trigger, it's on triangle, which makes trying to do your menuing while still moving very, very difficult. All right.
Oh yeah, I've done some investigating. Dr. Kaysen buys a Cowgirl Lotto ticket every Thursday. He uses the number as the password.
All right, so we have been informed that Dr. Kaysen has a very, secure password system, and that is that he buys a lottery ticket every week, and whatever that number is, he uses as his password. I would say it's a pretty decent system. The problem is that he keeps the lottery ticket framed in his office. Not a very smart decision, but hey, Kaysen does it's worked for Kaysen so far, but it's about to be his undoing, unfortunately for him. Fortunately for us, though. So now we are entering the level 2 section of the lab. And the first thing you're going to do is go straight into Kaysen's office, and we're going to go grab that lottery ticket. He keeps it in a very strange position. So unfortunately, this woman is kind of in our way, so we're going to knock her out. She's fine, though. Just a little hug. She's fine.
Now we need Kaysen's retina scan. Time to set up the retina scanner on the level 2 lab electron mic.
Alright, so now we need to get into the lab and then place that I forgot what Nicholas said called it, but the scanner. We need to place the scanner. So we got to take off our disguise to get into vents. You want to make sure to take off your disguise for that vent in particular pretty early. Otherwise, it will play a very annoying cutscene. A short cutscene that, while you can't skip, it's still very annoying to have to watch it because it just demonstrates, oh, hey, you have to take this off before you can go into the vent. Alright, so now we need to get a retinal scan on Kaysen. You want to try and start the scan as soon as possible, because if you do, then you can get scan up to 50%, and then if you do it again, you can get a scan all the way up to 100 and do a 2-cycle. If you don't start it at the proper time, you'll probably get to like 48, 49, and by that point it'll usually be about a 3-cycle scan, which loses you a bit of time. Not a whole lot, it's not super important, but you can lose some time. So we just gotta wait for Kaysen to get back into his lab. He likes to take his time. We're just chilling here in the vent. They really need to make a vent system in their bases that don't, lead to very critical sections. Alright, I think we got a good scan. Let's see. Ooh, we got a very good scan. 2-cycle? Yeah, there we go. Very nice.
Great. Now we can access the computer.
So we're gonna ignore that guy, that scientist. He doesn't really care about us. Just gonna run by him and then disguise as his buddy. He's got other things to worry about. Other stuff on his mind while he's sitting in the locker room. Just hanging out. So the job is done, and now we need to get to the extraction point, which is, of course, where we started. So we gotta walk all the way back. Has to do important science stuff. Yes, in fact, when you're in a disguise, if you hold down L1, they will do like a short little animation that will be like, oh, them like, you know, doing something to, you know, look like they're supposed to be there. And the scientist one is to stand still and pour chemicals into beakers, which is a little strange, especially when you're in a hallway and, you know, there's no other science equipment around. But honestly, that's just normal behavior. I'll actually give you a demonstration before we head in there. This is normal. People do this all the time. So unfortunately, Kaysen saw the weird device we installed on the microscope, and he has called security. So we need to run back over there and get rid of that, so that he doesn't, you know, so we don't get caught, basically. Get those containers from scientists. Just have them on at all times. All right, got the retina scanner, and we are heading on out. Maggot on the run. So we need to worry about that caution, because once we get out of here, it will clear immediately. And now we've got some very exciting music for our run back to the van. For our extraction van. Feel free to rock out. It's very imperative that we get back fast, so Billy is really putting his all into this run. He's going as fast as he can. So there's a security guard coming up who likes to be in your way. Hopefully he will not. If he is in my way, I will have to punch, kick him and knock him out. Thankfully he was not, so we can just slip on by him. That's right, Snake has a punch, kick, but Billy Bishop over here, he's got a punch, kick. So he's very talented. You could say he's more talented than Snake, since he has an extra attack. And more is better. Alright, so that was case 1. Mission complete. We did it. But now, with the password in tow, we actually have to get into Kaysen's computer. So we're going to come back here later that same day for case 2. 2400 plus Wolf. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Raiden does do punch, kick. Yeah, okay. Billy Bishop and Raiden are tied, then. They're tied in their stealth abilities, since they both have an extra attack. So for this mission, we have 2 choices of how we're going to get into the base. We're going to choose the underground parking lot, because it's faster. If we go the rooftop route, we actually have to, you know, do rappel down a long open vent and avoid some lasers, and that takes a while. So we're just going to be shooting these guys because they are going to be in our way. This guy, is sleeping. We're going to knock him out, because we need that security tag he's got. So security tags are used to clear alerts when you're in caution mode, and also remove any suspicion on your disguises that the guards might have. We're actually only going to be using it for the purpose of clearing caution mode, because when you're in caution, there are doors that you have to go in through for progression, like to get farther in the stage. But during caution, they will be locked. So we need to pick up those security tags in order to make sure we don't have to stand around outside of the door for like a minute, waiting for the caution to clear. Oh, come on, Billy. There we go. Billy's going to make quite a large jump there, but he's okay. He'll be fine. So we need to pick up an optical disc from Forrest Cason's office. Oh, come on. There we go. That guy's in a weird spot, guarding the locker room. No worries. So because of the fact that Billy Bishop can jump whenever he wants, you can do some kind of weird-looking strats. I'm gonna hope I get this here. I kind of got it. Oh, I did. There we go. So we want to jump and get as close to that dude as possible so we can choke him out. Because you just have to knock that guy out for him to drop the optical disc. But it's faster to choke him out. So you want to jump at a very strange angle to get behind him, and then knock him out. So now that we've got optical disc in tow, we're going to head over here because we need to sneak into the computer room. Kaysen has a very, very sophisticated security system for his computer room. The room needs to be a very specific temperature, can't detect any, as like pressure sensitive flooring. I know Patchy is not a fan of that. He would hate that computer room immediately. So, almost there. Alright. So we're gonna have to spray a cooling spray on us so that we don't go over the temperature for that room. I got all that. Alright, so equip the Rappel, equip the cooling spray, equip the optical disc, and we're off. We gotta wait for these lasers to move. There we go. Alright.
Howdy, partner. It's Cowgirl Cathy. Hurry, cowboy, or I'll head you off at the password.
Alright, so we entered our password in.
You've logged onto the computer. Now we can get the proof we need. What's that network? It looks familiar. I'll have HQ check it out.
Alright, so I'm going to play one cutscene. This one right here. This is my favorite cutscene in the entire game. It's a short one, so we will all enjoy this together. Good job, Billy Bishop. Saved the day. Didn't let that screw hit the pressure-sensitive floor. So they didn't set up the security for this section very well. You can actually trip those lasers and go into that room with the high-tech security guarding the computer, and there won't be anything suspicious. They won't suspect anything. You won't game over or anything. He put a little bit too much money into his own and forgot to, you know, split the money into other sections of the security department. It was mainly focused in just his computer room, unfortunately for him. Fortunately for us, though. Which Metal Gear is this? Yes. Hitman Gear Cell. Oops. Whoopsie. Didn't mean to do that. So, of course, there's platforming in this game. You can't have a stealth game without platforming, right? I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Alright, so we're almost out of here. We'll be out of here very soon. Alright, just take those guys out because they're going to be in our way. Now we got to do some, you know, some precision climbing over here. So the game warns you about these electrical panels down here. They're used to get rid of birds from being, you know, from chilling out here. It doesn't do a very good job. As you can see, there's one sitting there just fine. And up there. It also doesn't do a very good job because it doesn't actually do a lot of damage. So we're just gonna, you know, go through it. No worries. Oh, we avoided that one. Very nice. Will we avoid this one? Unfortunate. What about this one? Didn't make it. Very sad. That's okay. So now we gotta punch this dude out for the security tag he drops. Thank you. Crawl along here so we can go and get our extraction device. I think it's like some sort of like hang glider thing. I'm not really sure. Here we go. That is case 2. 2400 plus wolf. Alright, so now we are on one of the longer stages in the game, Case 3, Loser in the Sky. This one has a lot of movement. We'll be disguised for the majority of this mission as we go about and do a bunch of things. So, just gotta wait for the load in and skip our briefing with Eve here. So for the skinny on the lore right now is that Kaysen stole, basically someone in Nanotechdyne, in Dr. Coleman, invented or discovered a very deadly virus, and Kaysen decided to work with some evildoers to weaponize it and sell it to criminals. And we need to go stop that. So don't worry, this guy does not mind that we look exactly like him. Doesn't really care. Yes, this is another tuxedo run. 2 tuxedo runs in a row. Can you believe it? So, the leader of this criminal organization who runs this floating airship called Metropolis, she's going to give a speech. And we need to go listen to that speech so we can find more about this mysterious virus that Dr. Kaysen has sold to them. How's my R2? It's doing just fine. R2 just centers the camera behind you in this game. Alright. So now we need to go take a picture of the bartender. Because the bartender, we need to actually, later on, get behind the bar. And employees only are allowed there. So we're going to go over here. We're going to take a nice picture of him. There we go. Stunning work. Anyone who knows anything about photography knows that was a brilliant shot. Just phenomenal. So we need to go trick Kaysen into thinking that he's going to get an exclusive visit with some of the dancers in the bar. So we're going to go up to our room to grab a cocktail and a letter telling him that he can go to the back room. And our partner in crime, Sheila Crawford, she's disguised as a dancer and is actually going to knock Kaysen out once we get in there. Then we're going to disguise as Kaysen to go to a meeting with the crime lady. I forget her full name. It's like, her last name is Wong. I don't remember her first name. I can never remember it. So we need to go and attend that meeting as fake Kaysen. And then, after we attend the meeting as fake Kaysen, we're going to allow the real Kaysen, we're going to wake him back up and let him attend the meeting, and Sheila will be disguised as the crime lady, and will, also do the meeting. So it's kind of like, it's a clever little trick. So the real versions of them both attend the meeting, but not with who they think they're speaking with. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so we got our letter and cocktail equipped. We're going to go up to Kaysen, who's at the tables, and give him his notice. Beds were enormous. Yeah, none of these rooms, strangely enough, have a full bathroom. They just have a sink. Very strange. Alright, so Kaysen has his letter, and he's in the back room. So we're going to go behind the bar. Exclusive access right here. Now that Kaysen is knocked out, we can take a picture of him, and then, unfortunately, we have to listen to Kaysen be a little weird, a little creepy. So, in order to disguise, we can take a picture of Kaysen, and then disguise as him, but we don't have any voice data, so when we talk, we won't sound like him. But if we get a voice sample, then when we put on our Kaysen disguise, we'll sound exactly like him. And so that is essential for our meeting with Evil Crime Lady. Wow, we're Dr. Forrest Kaysen, everyone. Look at us. Oh yeah, the bartender's the bartender's animation for that is just making a cocktail. It's very silly when you do it in public because it looks like you're just standing there, you know, making a drink for everyone. You know, it's normal behavior. Everyone does this. I'm sure we've all been there, you know, we're at that party, that big gathering, and there's that guy standing in the middle of the hallway making a drink. We've all seen it. We've all come across that guy. We're all very familiar with him. Plywood's been that guy. We've all seen that guy. We know him. We know him very well. Alright, so we are here for the meeting. Meeting's done. A very fast meeting. So now we need to go put back our bartender disguise on. And now we need to go back to our room. Or no, we need to go to the women's restroom so we can get a vantage point on where their meeting is going to be taking place, because, you know, Sweary definitely played a little bit of Metal Gear Solid. Maybe he played some Metal Gear 2, because the women's bathroom, for some reason, has a ladder that leads up here to the vent. Not really sure why, but it does. So we are on our way. On our way through the vent. Here we go. Our vantage point on the meeting. Oh dear, I've forgotten something. Whoops. I forgot to go wake Kason up. Oh, that's dumb. Kason's still asleep. No wonder the meeting hasn't started. I was wondering, something fell off when I went in here. I was like, what am I doing wrong? I feel like I'm doing something wrong. But I was doing something wrong. That's okay. No worries. Not a huge time loss. So yeah, Kason is still asleep over there in the dancer's room. So we gotta head all the way down and wake him up. Nope. Sorry about that. Somehow sounds familiar. Now, why would that be? That's very strange. I don't know why that would be familiar. I can't think of any other media that did that, personally. We're gonna knock that dude out because he is in our way. They don't mind that their friend just got sliced in half by an electronic door. Don't worry about it. Now, I've had this happen a couple times. Doesn't happen very often. Sometimes when you walk behind the bar like that, the bartender, even if you have the bartender disguise on, he will yell at you and say, hey, you're not supposed to be in here. I don't know why it happens, and I haven't been able to replicate it since the one time it occurred, but it was very funny. So, unfortunately, I can't get it to happen again, that I know of at least. That's okay. We woke Kason up by starting a fire in there. No biggie. Hey, you gotta make do sometimes, you know? Alright, so now that Kason's awake, that was very silly of me. We can go spy on that meeting. So now the real Kaysen is at the meeting, and the fake evil crime lady is going to be talking with him. Both versions of the cutscene, by the way, where Billy is in his disguise and Sheila is in her disguise, they're both very funny, but unfortunately they do go on for a little while, so we unfortunately cannot watch them. Okay, so now we're gonna see the cutscene. Alright, so we got all the information we need on the mysterious virus named Lauder. So we've also found out there's going to be a demonstration of the virus later in the day. So we're going to go attend that demonstration. But it's in a different section of the ship.
Samuel is in room 205. Get up there.
So we got to go back to our room and brief our boy Samuel, let him know what's going on, let him know the haps. And then we're going to go back down to the bar, because there, wouldn't you know it, inside the bar there is a secret vent that leads you to another section of the airship. I'm not really sure what it is about these airship designers and making sure that vents take you to very important places in the facility, but hey, I'm not complaining. I'm just, a little curious as to who greenlit all those decisions. But no worries. And I also hope you've been enjoying this lovely background music that plays constantly in this level. It's actually a little nice tune, but it goes on for a little bit without much variation. This game loves vents. It does. Vents were very popular in the world of spy fiction. Back into the casino hall. And into the bar, the Sweary 65. Not the first time, and definitely not the last time Sweary named a bar in-game after himself. So in the vent once again. Alright, and now for some actual combat in this stage. The stage is mostly devoid of combat until the very end, but it does not go on for very long. We got this guy. I'm gonna get rid of him. Billy has the magical ability to charge his bullets to make them do more damage. If you lock onto an enemy and then hold the button down, the first shot will become stronger. Which is definitely how guns work. We're going to smoothly dodge there. Stay very close to that wall so that camera doesn't spot us. We're going to shoot at these two things, get rid of them, and head on in. How expensive is the crop top? It's state-of-the-art spy gear, Plywood. State-of-the-art spy gear. That is not his official gear, though. That is his, it's like an experimental spy suit. It actually offers no difference from the normal outfit, which is what you see Billy wearing in this loading screen. It's just, I just like it. It just looks cooler. Technically, you unlock it for beating the game, but you can actually use it on New Game, which we are on New Game right now. So you can wear the outfit in New Game. Alright, so we're on case 4, a little bone. This one does not have much going on. It's a pretty short stage, but despite how short it is, there is still a lot of chance for things to go wrong. So hopefully that doesn't happen. So we gotta shoot these things to disable these lasers. These lasers, if we are caught by them, we will not be very good. So we're going to get rid of them to... If you get hit by those lasers specifically, it's an instant game over. So we want to avoid that. Oops, I'll lock onto those dudes all the way on the other side of the room. Nope, come on. Okay. Alright. I'm forgetting where this last thing is. Oh, right, you can't see it from here. Oops. I'm silly. Alright. There we go. So now we're going to use our spy-mandated stun gun, stun rod, whatever you might call it. It is disguised as an electric razor for some reason. I don't really know why, but it's an electric razor that shoots electricity out of people. Why it looks like an electric razor when we're a top-secret spy in a spy suit, I don't know, but that's just what it looks like. But can you shave with it? Unfortunately, you cannot shave with it. It's very tragic. Although Billy seems rather clean-shaven, so that's probably not a concern for him. Alright, so we need to get a disguise to get into the room where they're going to be displaying, where they're going to be demonstrating Lauder. Unfortunately, all the guests are in a different section, and we got to go through some more vents to go get our picture. Now, thankfully, getting caught in here doesn't actually matter, because once we go into the vent, the alert will clear. Now, get ready for one of my favorite lines in the game by a random NPC. When I first heard that line, "What is this, a crime convention?" I laughed very hard. I think it's hilarious. And the way he says it too. What is this, a crime convention? We're gonna get another very funny line by this guy up here. Holly. Also, this walk cycle is great. What is this, a crime convention? What is this, a crime convention? Must be a crime convention. Got all the big-time criminals here. So we want to make sure to not get caught by any of these lasers on the way out, and thankfully we did not. Now hopefully this guy... Okay, good. This guy's walking the opposite direction. So we're going to choke him out, because he drops a security tag, and we want that. Let's see, this guy... I don't like his position. I'm going to get rid of him. Get rid of him too. Alright, so we finally got our disguise. Now we're ready to go see Lauder. Got our rose in hand. Once again, normal behavior. Everyone who attends a fancy party has a rose in their right hand. It's common courtesy, really. So unfortunately, we don't get to see the very dangerous effects of lauder. But to sum up what happened is that they were going to demonstrate it on a monkey, and then Mrs. Crime Lady pushed Kaysen into the cage and then closed the lid. And they both suffered from the dangers of the lauder virus. Unfortunately, Kaysen is no longer alive. Oh no, we're wanted. This is a tragedy. Not really. Alright. Let's go notice our security tag there to get rid of the alert, so that we can run on through. Because again, when you're in caution mode or an alert, there are doors that you have to go through in order to progress, but they will just be locked. And you will have to, and if you don't have any security tags, you'll just have to wait. Alright, so we skipped the cutscene, but unfortunately we have been captured. And Mrs. Crime Lady has died at the hands of Dietrich Troy. A bad guy we'll be learning more about as the game goes on. And we also got introduced in that cutscene to General Ocelot. I mean, Revolver Lysander. General Lysander. Sorry about that. So we got introduced to General Lysander in that cutscene. Nope. Come on. There we go. Alright, so we have escaped prison. Another fantastical thing about our suit is that if we lean up against walls, we will turn invisible as long as we don't move. So we're going to knock that dude out. Then we're going to take a little bit of a wide angle around this guy so we can get behind him and choke him out. And he's down. Now over here is a med kit, which we don't need, but we're going to pick up for safety. And then a grenade, which we do need for beating this mission. Alright. We have made it. I'm going to equip our grenades. Now, one silly thing I have yet to mention, but we haven't really encountered it. We're going to encounter it soon, though. Is when guards in this game hear a strange sound, or a sound that, like, confuses them, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what the guards look like, they will all say the same exact line, which is they will say that they must be getting tired. So hopefully we'll be hearing a good amount of that from now on. So we actually lose a good chunk of our equipment at the start of this stage, and then when we actually get our equipment back, we don't actually have everything that we picked up in the prior missions, which is a little unfortunate, but now everything we pick up is going to be very important because we're going to basically be equipping ourselves for the final boss from here on out. So we're going to use our handy-dandy stun shaver, which I think is the in-game name, to move that conveyor belt. Come on. There we go.
I was worried about you. I'll be your support until Nicholas shows up. Leave the jungle and find the frontline HQ.
Must be getting tired.
Must be getting tired.
We got one, thank God. Hopefully we get more. Man, even just like Metal Gear 2, there's a maze in the swamp, but this time it's platforming. We have made it through the swamp maze. Now we're in a minefield. We're just going to shoot our way through this minefield. Avoiding all the mines. Very nice. Very, very nice. Gonna take a picture of this dude. And then we're going to get rid of him because he's in our way. Again, jump on this ladder. It's faster to jump onto the ladder so that you get a little bit of extra height before you start doing the slower ladder climb. There are some angles, though, where you have to take a little bit of a weird line to actually line up your jump. Oh my goodness. Again, get rid of this guy. Another fantastic jump from Billy Bishop. Super secret agent. More jungle action. This game predicted the jungle stealth of Metal Gear Solid 3. So you can't see it, but there's a little security box right there for those cameras, those gun turrets. We're gonna destroy that with a grenade, so that we can squeeze on through. Not have to worry about them. Alright. Coming up here, there's going to be another guard we're going to choke out for a security tag that he will drop. This guy right here. Thank you. How kind of him to give it to me. Okay. Take out that camera. Take out this one. Fixed camera makes auto-aiming on that guard a little strange looking, but we got him. Yeah, they're having a rough day. You know, they're out in the jungle, just standing there, waiting around. Give them a hug. Let them know everything will be okay. And let them take a nap, too. Alright, so in order to sneak into the top secret facility, we need to disguise ourselves as Mr. Dietrich Troy. Also, the game wants you to do some careful platforming down here, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to jump down and hit the loading zone in midair, so you don't take any fall damage. So the reason why we took a photo of that one guard is right here, so that if you aren't in a disguise and you go in front of Dietrich Troy right here, you will immediately get a game over. So we're going to stand here and read a newspaper right outside of the window.
I see. The missiles have been delivered? Good. Arms them immediately. The CIA is clueless, as usual.
Alright, uh-oh, music kicked in, because he said something important. So now everything's gotten a lot more serious.
The only way is up. Just remember the firm.
So again, more platforming. Now, unfortunately, on easy difficulty, you actually have a bit of time loss in this mission, because for some reason, on easy, at these 2 jumps right here, they play a little mini cutscene that you have to skip. I don't really know why, especially since this is like mission 5. So you've been playing the game for a little bit, so I'm not really sure why they give you this like platforming tutorial, but no worries. No worries. Oh, come on, Billy. Well, there you go. Alright, so now we are Dietrich Troy. And now we can get into the top secret facility. Alright, we're in. That's case 5. Alright, now it is time for case 6. This mission will have our first boss fight. We haven't actually had a boss fight yet, but it will be in this stage. So, lot goes on in this stage, and this stage is one of the reasons why we've grabbed so many security tags up to this point, is because we're going to be using a lot of them in here.
Big when the
Alright, so we're in the facility. First thing we're going to do is shoot that box to disable that camera right there. Want to make sure we get rid of that, because that will be in our way. And we're also going to do some very particular movement right here. We're going to hug this wall and then turn around, because the only place where we can swap our disguise is right up here. And there we go. Got our disguise on. Now we need to go get a picture of a scientist so we can get into the science zone of the base. Once again, we're going to go right up here on this guard, knock him out. He's going to drop a tag for us. Very kind of him. And punch that lock. And again, here we'll see everyone having the same voice. Must be getting tired. So we're going to run along here. He is very tired. Make some sounds so that General Lysander Ocelot doesn't see us change our outfit right behind him. Must be getting tired. Revolver Lysander, General Ocelot. General Revolver. Alright, we got an electronic jamming device, a cell phone. Very nice. So we're going to toss this right through here. Billy's got a very impressive arm. He can make that throw. Now equip our stun shaver. And we're going to go turn the device on, which will mess up the virus. In very, reasonable fashion, this puts the base on very high alert. But no one seems to care about the guy who just ran out of the room that it occurred in. So if we didn't have any security tags right there, we would have to wait for that caution to go all the way down to 0 before we could leave that room, which is very silly. And you're actually going to see what is probably the worst case of waiting in the game. This is the only little security station. This area is for some reason on its own separate alert system. So we're just going to mix some chemicals in the meantime while we wait for that to tick down. Okay, we're good. Must be getting tired.
Must be getting tired.
Oops. Spilled water on my keyboard. Alright. We are out. I will deal with that later. Alright, Nicholas was locked up, but we saved him. We're actually going to go back into where he was locked up because there's a stronger handgun in there that we're going to be using for the first boss fight. I did not mean to talk to you. Alright, so there's a guard guarding the prison. Unfortunately, he doesn't do a very good job at it. Because we just run in. Alright, well, I guess my keyboard's going to be a little sticky for a bit. For a couple days. Fortunate, but not much I can do. I spilled a lot of water on it. I'll try to take a sip. Alright, Guard Rush 2 in a different location with unfitting music playing. So if we're lucky, we can get Nicholas to say a very funny line that has no relevance to the story. Hopefully he says it. Come on. Ah, he's not saying it. There's a chance that while you're doing all this, enemy killing, he'll say that he senses something. But I don't really know what it's supposed to mean. Alright. Guard rush is down. So we were actually saving Dr. Coleman. She's locked up. But now that we have dealt with all the guards coming to attack us, we're going to go back into the room, because she was holed up in there while we were doing that. Unfortunately for us, she found a way out while we were shooting, and got herself captured again, but in a different location. So we are going to go find her, and need to equip my security tag. Get rid of that dude. Pick up some extra ammo just to be safe. Now again, we have to use our security tag right here. Otherwise, we would have to wait for that caution to go all the way down. And, we couldn't get into that door. So, it is very important to grab those security tags as you go about. Alright, first boss time. General Lysander. He's Revolver Ocelot, but with not revolvers, with flintlock pistols. Don't worry about it. So the first section of the fight is basically just platforming. So I'm going to use this to make sure I have good health for the boss fight itself. Oh, well. Thank you, Lysander, for detonating all the mines and making a lot of noise. Alright, so hopefully I don't mess this up. I'm going to turn on both these devices. Very nice. Alright. So now we're ready to start the fight itself. He is in the next room. Run on in. Alright, so I'm going to equip that other pistol that we picked up, because it does a lot more damage. And we're just going to basically throw ourselves at Lysander. Come on. There we go. Oh no. Don't worry. We're fine. Alright, and he's down. Get him out of here. Ah. Alright, on to case 7, Ringo Roses. This is very similar to case 2, where we got to choose our entry point. This time we're going to choose the roof, because it's actually a lot faster than going the other way around. Just going through the sewers.
Good. And it all.
Alright. So the evil terrorist group Enigma has taken over this place, and we need to, we got some hostages. We've got to save them. Get rid of these guards, we don't need them. They are in our way. Alright, so here's a section that's a little bit annoying. We gotta deal with a really awkward, yeah, a really awkward camera change to get through here. So hopefully I get it this next time. It is very bizarre because the direction you're moving in is instantly flipped when the camera changes. There we go. Now jump into it. Alright, we made it. Very nice. So we're taking this very specific path because if we were to, we actually are on the correct side to continue along. But if we were to just take these pathways over here, there's a wall, there's a fence right over there. So we actually have to go around at some point. That's the best spot to do it in. So coming up is something completely silent. Or hold on. Here we go. No sound, didn't hear anything. Secret agent. deal with these guards here. Now, this next room, we're going to be picking up some items that are going to be essential for the final boss. So I will point them out when we get to them. So again, more platforming. Oh. Where are the lasers at? I gotta wait a second. Okay, there we go. So in this box right here is going to be a boomerang card. It looks like a playing card, but it's actually got very sharp edges. And if used on an enemy, it will instantly kill them. Used on a boss, however, it will do a big chunk of damage. And we're going to want that for the final boss. Alright, so on to another guard rush. Got to deal with these dudes. There's also some... I don't really know what this is, but it's here. Now, weirdly enough, you can't lock on to the guard manning this giant missile turret thing. You can lock on to all the other guards, but you can't lock onto him. Which is very frustrating, but that's okay. Oh, how did that not dodge that? Come on, there we go. Also, the turret guard has strange health. Sometimes he'll die in one shot. Sometimes it will take 3 to 4 shots to kill him. I'm not really sure why, but yeah, there he goes. Finally down. Hey, hey, why is that not hitting him? Whatever. Alright, there we go. End of Guard Rush 2. That is true, but these cards were specifically designed to murder people, so... You don't gotta throw them a specific way, you just gotta throw them. Alright, so we're gonna go rescue the hostages over here. Very important that we do so. Uh-oh, we've been pranked by Enigma. There were no hostages. It was a trap.
We found Dietrich. Go underground from the void. You'll find the shipping line. He's going to board the
Uh-oh.
plane and make his escape. We've got to
Dietrich's
stop
trying to get out of there. We can't let that happen. We gotta stop him. Don't worry, this timer is very forgiving. You have a lot of time to make this. Alright, and there we go. Alright, so that was case 7. Fortunate death, but no biggie. Alright, on to the shortest mission in the game, case 8. This one is actually pretty much just going to be an equipment stage. There's obviously some very important, some movement that we have to do, and using some security tags to avoid waiting around. But the main thing we're doing in this stage is getting more equipment for the final fight. We're going to pick up another pack of, another 2 packs of boomerang cards, and we're also going to pick up, hopefully, some grenades. The grenades are mostly a backup for the final boss, in case things get out of hand, but hopefully they shouldn't. Very unfortunate that guy got knocked off the train, wasn't paying attention. Ouch. Ouch. Yes, Extermination is also a Suiri 65 game. In case you were wondering, it's also by Suiri. Oh, I was in, I had iframes from getting shot by all the guards around me. Alright, so there's another boomerang card. We're gonna pick up one more pack in the next room. I think in here is a grenade. Might be here. Oh, well, I guess I'm wrong. Again, use that security tag. That way the guards will be moving around as normal. But the main benefit, of course, of the security tag is that we don't actually have to wait for those doors to unlock. If we were still in caution, we would have to wait for the whole thing to wear out, those doors to open, which wastes a whole lot of time. Like, this door right here would be locked. We'd have to run all the way back to the start. Alright, our last boomerang card. And 2 cutscenes that take, or actually 3 cutscenes, that take a very long time to load. There's 1. Here's the next 2. Yep, Extermination was made by the same team, Axis Games. Alright. Case 8 is done. Now we're on the final stage, Case 9, the Jacob. So the Jacob is the name of the something that was created to get rid of the Lauder virus. This will combat it. Not like, it's not a cure, like if someone has it, it won't cure them because Lauder kills you instantly. But it will prevent, it will basically neutralize Lauder,
Let's begin the
which is nice. And thankfully we don't have to redo the Halo jump. We don't gotta do that. Nah, it's not a vaccine because it just, like, kills the virus before it can get into anyone. Because, again, if Lauder infects you, you die instantly. A little unfortunate, but that's okay. So we're going to be taking more pictures here. We're going to take a picture of this guard. We're going to stand here and let him catch us for a second, then shoot him. Again, alerts in this game are not triggered until they actually call it in. Kind of similar to MGS2 in that regard. So again, this is just like the tutorial level, with some new stuff added in, some new guard locations, some more cameras, to really test your abilities up to this point. Got our fancy disguise on. So we're going to choke out this guy because he's going to drop a security tag. I am picking that up as a backup just in case something later goes wrong, because it is possible. It shouldn't. Hopefully it won't. Alright, so Guard Rush again. Guard Rush 3. Same one as the beginning of the game, except the enemies now take a bit more to die. A couple more shots. And we also have to kill a couple more guards than we did the first time. Ouch. Alright, we got enough. This game is not by Konami. This is developed by Access Games, published by Sammy Studios. Alright, the stone vents just crawling on through. So we got a little platforming section coming up. Or not really platforming, but some... I guess it's kind of platforming. Oh, camera. There we go. Come on, Billy. There we go. So again, the electrical attack panel things. I don't really care about them, though. We're just going to run right through them. Break a large stack of cardboard boxes is in our way. Wait 1 second. These lasers to go away. Then we're going to run through. So this is another magic device that we have. The spider grip. It has no use in the speedrun up until this point, where it's actually required to cross this gap. Again, we don't really care about these electrical panels. We're just going to damage boost through them. Shoot that down there to get rid of the lasers blocking that door. And then we're going to use a security tag right here. If we didn't have one, we would just have to wait that timer out, which takes a long time. So we don't want to do that. Alright, I'm going to save the hostages and then get some extra ammo. I believe we don't need the button transmitter, or... Oh, well, there's a boomerang card there. Very nice. We'll take that. Didn't get a good laser pattern. So we gotta wait a bit. If you're lucky, when you get there, those lasers will be all low and you can just jump over them, but unfortunately I had to wait a little bit before I could jump. Another vent, although this one has those electrical things in it again, the damage panels. Not very safe, but I feel like at that point, why even have the vents to begin with? Like, maybe get rid of them if you're gonna, trap them up like that, but I'm not the supervillain designing my, evil fortress, so what do I know? I'm gonna heal up a little bit. Now again, we gotta wait for Mr. Dietrich to get into frame so we can take a lovely picture of him. Got our photo. Very nice picture. So he's got a keen eye for taking good photos. Alright. So now we're actually going to go fight Dietrich Troy. The Dietrich Troy fight. This fight is very random. The first phase, he'll go in and out of random doors, Scooby-Doo style. And you get about 2 shots off on him, and then he'll go back through the door and appear out of another one. And then phase 2, he'll do the same thing, but there's clones that look like him. And you gotta find the real one. and do some damage to him. Yes, I hear you. There he is. So we're using our slightly stronger pistol. We're going to stand right here, because this spot, for whatever reason, Dietrich likes to stay on this side of the map if you stand over here. Sometimes he doesn't, though, but he's been cooperating so far. Okay, he's over there now. Thank you. Alright, so phase 2 has started. So the clone Dietrichs will wear blue coats, and the real Dietrich will wear a black coat. It's very easy to identify him. Ouch. Stop that. Oh, hello. Ah, we got him stuck. Very nice. You can get him stuck on that weird electrical thing on the floor, and get some good damage off that way. Almost down. Stop shooting me, please. Thank you. There we go. Alright, and Dietrich is down. Alright, so now we've got to deal with the big boss. I mean, Scarface. So the big villain of the Enigma terrorist group is a man named Scarface, and we got to deal with him. We got to go get rid of Scarface. I'm gonna stun those guys so we don't have to deal with them. And then here's why I got that backup security tag. Because if you get caught by these cameras, you have to go all the way to the other side of this room to turn them off. And that loses a whole bunch of time. Because again, those doors that have like the little green like light next to them will not open if you're in caution or alert. And caution takes forever to tick down in this game. So you really don't want that to ever happen. Alright, so entering the final boss. Time is going to be when I defeat him. I will call it out. So do not worry about that. I will call out time. Alright, so this is what we've been equipping ourselves for. We're going to start off the fight by throwing the jammer. And that's going to stun Scarface. And then we're going to throw some cards at him. That's going to start phase 2. We're going to wait for him to land from this. I got to take an important call real quick. Nope. Come on. Ouch. No worries. Hey, knock that off. Alright. Alright. Fortunately, he's gotten away, but that's fine. We're going to throw another jammer. Because he's going to land right here. We're going to throw a bunch of grenades at him. And time. He's done.
GG.
Scarface has been defeated. We've saved the day. Scarface is also half Terminator, by the way, with a sniper rifle arm. In case you were wondering. You couldn't really see it, but yeah, he has a sniper rifle arm. Alright, now, thankfully we can actually skip the credits in this game, so we can get right to our IGT.
Wow, they are ahead of Metal Gear Solid for that one.
Swery knew. Swery knew you should be able to skip the credits.
Yeah. That's
All right.
something I guess the whole Metal Gear community wants, to actually be able to skip credits at least when you are on New Game Plus.
Yep, and there we go. Our IGT is a 10509. So the
Really
nice thing about the IGT in this game is it actually doesn't count loads; it only counts gameplay, which is very convenient. So yeah, thank you guys for watching Spy Fiction. I feel like it was a nice break from Metal Gear.
It was a really nice run to watch. Sometimes I was sitting here and was so happy that I was muted because I was just laughing so hard.
This game is a joy. It is.
Yeah.
It is more nonsensical than Metal Gear Solid, if you can believe that.
Yeah,
Which I
it's
think we
hard
all
to
can because we
believe.
witnessed.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, but now having seen that one, yep, I believe you.
So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Stay tuned because up next is going to be Metal Gear Solid Mobile by DS-Mon. And I don't know about you guys, but I've been looking forward to this run all weekend.
To be
So-
fair, I'm really looking forward to that one as well.
Yes.
Also because I'm on comms with Plywood, which is just like it will be awesome for sure.
So it will be a fantastic run for sure. So stay tuned. Don't miss it because you're in for the ride of your life. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here.